Yeah. Yesterday, I shown you a diagram like we create multiple modules and that modules can be utilized in workspace a number of times. It's not only once, a number of times. And this is what the real behavior. We should not write the code again and again and again. We should write the code that accept the values, only values that should accept the values, and we should finish our work. That's what real requirement. So yesterday we looked into a scenario that there will be modules and there is a requirement like workspace 1, workspace 2, workspace 3, workspace 4. If I want another workspace, I just copy this and paste this, rename as app3, and I will modify inside values. Whatever the values inside, I just modify those. That's it. These values, if I modify to 3 and another new another environment for new application will be ready. And it's our own decision. If I want to keep storage account, I'll keep, otherwise I'll remove this. If I want to keep virtual network and subnet, I'll keep, otherwise I'll remove this, right? This is not only these three, there will be n number of resources, n number of resources. Just because this is training, we are concentrating 2 to 3. But maybe in the next session or after this, I'll show you the real and I'll share that code as well. I'll explain you how we write in the real time and I'll share that with you. So that will be good for the reference. So this is the model. If we want to deploy application 1, application 2, application 3, application 4, this is the real case scenario. This is how people will use. There is another use case. There is another use case which is, what if application 1 I told you a number of times will have multiple environments in the sense development, testing, pre-production and production. What if my application 1 similar environment, whatever the environment that I am doing here, right? Similar environment required in multiple, remove that words. So what if similar application infrastructure, same application infrastructure, instead of same, similar application infrastructure required on different environments? To make this clear, application 1, we do have certain resources. One VNet resource group is there, VNet, subnet, 2 subnets and 1 storage account. These are the requirements for my application 1. That application 1 spread across multiple environments. In dev, it is there. Testing, it is there. Pre-production and production. This is also real case, real important. How we do in that particular situation? If application spread across multiple environments, right? Okay, in dev, what it might be? Something like dev TFRG, and this will be dev VNet, and same dev will be replaced by SIT for the testing, pre for the pre-production, PRD for the production, right? So those are in the different environments. So this is what I'm saying. The next scenario is same application spread across multiple environments, same application. Don't worry about application 2. Application 1 itself spread across multiple environments. How we can do that? Before to that, we'll understand how the remote, right? What to say? We need to save the store. Before this, I just want to introduce The state file we are storing locally, which is not recommended. We have to store that in a storage account. We have to store that in a storage account. We do that and we use this particular method because these methods are real case we apply on the remote storage only. So that would be appropriate real scenario. Let me create a storage account. Now what we are going to do is we are going to store the state file in storage account. Create. Nothing, I'm just creating a storage account in which I will create a container. Go to container and create one container. Just name as tf state. Create. This is what our place where we store the state file. And come here. In providers, so simple enough, just search for Azure Terraform storage state, something like that. Azure Azure is really not required. Terraform state storage account, something like that. There you need to mention the key, container, etc., etc. Just get this. And one thing you have to do is paste in this provider. So now backend Azure RM, right? Backend. We want to configure the backend as Azure RM and resource group name, whatever the resource group name that this storage account contains, keep that there. Copy, paste, and storage account name. Container is TF state, and we are going to use this for the app01, right? So app01. That's it, app01. Save it. Now you have to init again because you changed, and you have to delete this particular .tf Terraform and log file, everything. Keep only the main files as it is, and generally this will not be the case. We will not delete the state, and we never ever store the state inside. Locally, we never ever save the state file because this is testing. We saved it, and also that state is not there with me. Yesterday I deleted the files. So now we do the same thing. We go to the CMD. CD workplace and TF CD workspace app01. Now Terraform init. So now what happens is it will initiate the remote state as well, right? It will use storage account what we given, initializing the backend. That's what happening. All the details, if the given the details are fine, it will successfully configure the backend, right? Terraform automatically use this backend until unless we change it, right? Required things are installed there. Now Terraform plan really not changed anything. I really not changed anything. Only one thing, I introduced storage account and I fill the details, plan, apply. If I apply, state will be stored inside, right? State will be stored inside this particular remote storage account. That's it. Let me do that quickly. This is what state. app1.tf state. This is what the block name we given. And the state is leased. Leased in the sense currently being utilizing by this particular Terraform. That's it. Done. So now this is okay. We are able to store the state file in a storage account. This is what real time. Yesterday scenario, even yesterday scenario, this is what if app1 will be configured like this in provider, there will be a backend and state should be stored in the remote storage account. If you see, there is no state here. Do we have stored state here? No, because that is being stored inside the storage account. If app2 also just copy paste this particular piece and start using, that's what real requirement. So thing is, even yesterday model, you have to use state file, simple. And if we come to this today model, so let me destroy it. It's not required. Terraform destroy. Please do not apply destroy. If it is your test environment, you can do. If it is a production environment, make sure before you apply destroy. Now we build environment for multiple. Let that delete. I'm not going to worry about it. Now the concept is I will create another folder inside this particular app01. Try to understand. I will create another folder inside this app01 workplace tf app01, another folder named as environments, right? Environments. And what happened once this is decommissioned, we can delete this .terraform, etc., etc. Environments being created. Now what I do is inside this environment, I will create dev.tf vars new file Terraform variables. Try to understand whatever the variable values will be passed from here. Variable values will be passed here, passed from here. So let me explain you what we did so far. Yesterday, we prepared resource group like this, and we literally given the variables like this as a template without any information. Likewise, same each and every resource being created same way, and inside this particular main, we have given the input. If you understand correctly, we literally given this input. We hard coded this input. Now what we are thinking, even this particular values are templates and we pass from somewhere to differentiate between different environments. I do that now. So what we need, RG name, location, etc., etc. Let me grab those. So here, one more variables .tf. In this variables, whatever required variables will be copied and pasted. Again, one more time with empty. See, I'm not even mentioning here. I'm not even mentioning here. So let me know if it is confusing, but so in VNet, what variables are, whatever we are passing from module, you no need to create that variables. Whatever we are hard coding, those variables needs to be defined here. I'll tell you why we are again defining. So VNet variables, VNet address prefix, location, VNet name, only these two. If we go to subnet, variables, VNet name again we are taking. So subnet address prefix and subnet name. That's it. And only one subnet is enough just to differentiate. Otherwise, we have to pass subnet 1 name, subnet 2 name, etc. Even that is possible. So subnet is done, then storage account, RG name, location, STA name, account. Okay, these three. So again, whatever the resources that we are utilizing, try to understand. Resource group we are utilizing. That's why resource group variables are we are bringing. Whatever hard coded values, here we hard coded, right? We are not referenced with any variable. That's why I mentioned that in variable. Here there are two different variables are getting hard coded. That's why I brought those two here. Likewise, there are different modules having hard coded values. I just yeah, 3 only, even in storage account. I just brought here. Then what I do is I'll save this document and I'll come here. I literally mention var dot rg underscore name. Whatever the name I mentioned here, I will, okay, I'll do one thing. Just to differentiate, the variable names are here and here are same. You'll get confused. But you can give same name, that's not a crime, but variables are local, right? Variables are local, but just to differentiate, I'll do this way. Workspace, WS. I just differentiate with WS. That's it. Workspace variable, yeah. Workspace level variable. I'm just differentiating because that and this is not same. Those are different. But we can use same. Yes, perfect. Save it. Now WS underscore RG name and var dot workspace underscore location, and this is VNet name var dot, this is here, and VNet address prefix VNet address prefix, and this is var dot subnet name, this is var dot WS subnet address prefix, and this is var dot WS STA name, account here, and This is var dot. That's it. Simple. Save it. Now, whatever you're mentioning here, let me tell you, let me come again. Here we are defining something and we are not passing the information. We are saying that go and check in the variable file. Okay, I'm coming here. In variable file, there is nothing. There is no default values. We should send this information from dev.tfvars. Why? Because just to differentiate. Now, these are the variable values, right? Control A, Control C, Control V. I'm just replacing with empty. So I just want to get this. Okay, perfect. I got all the variables. First variable name equals to RG name, dev hyphen RG01 app 01 RG01 application 01 related resource group in simple manner. Now location West Europe. And VNet name dev VNet 01. What? Now VNet address prefix is a list type, so we have to pass a list value. 10.1.0.0/16 and subnet name is equals to dev subnet 01 and prefix of the subnet is same thing but 24. So storage account name, give anything, but dev app 01 STA 001. I don't know whether this will be accepted or not. We'll see it. Dev POC. I just mentioned POC because that name might be utilized by someone else. I just added that. Standard and this is LRS, locally redundant storage. That's it. Okay, these are the information. Just save it now. Let me delete all of the, log file, etc., earlier details because this is destroyed. Now the real scenario will start. How to do that, how to execute that, etc., etc. Okay. Now, CLS Terraform init is common. Terraform init is common. It's not going to change anything. Remote state will be initialized. Modules will be initialized. Only thing is variable values, right? So for that, what we do is Terraform. Before to that, this is really important. If maybe while seeing the video, etc., you can note it down, or even now, it's up to you. We need to follow certain steps. We need to follow certain steps to achieve this. What those are is, first, let me tell you one more thing. Now we are working on dev.tfrs. To work that, how we do? Terraform plan var file variable file, where variable file is located, // environment / dev.tfrs. That's it. If I enter, that would be planned. Single simple command. Only thing is, you have to mention where the inputs are residing. Inputs are residing one more folder below, that is environments, under which dev.tfrs. Now, whatever the inputs that you mentioned here will be passed to the main.tf, sorry, variable.tf. From the variable.tf, it will pass to the main.tf. That's what the sequence. What happened? Am I mentioned anything? What is this? Storage account. Storage account. This is what storage account, right? Am I mentioned anything wrong? Name dev app 0 not can only consist lowercase. This is RG name. Why this is going for the storage account? Let me see just a moment. This is RG name. Oh, my bad, right? This is something went wrong. I just mentioned RG name. Okay, no problem. STNM is available here, and same thing needs to be passed from here. Okay. Maybe a typo or something. Plan it again. That's it. Now, this will create the resources with the dev suffix, right? This is a suffix, dev suffix everywhere. If I want new, I can create one more TFVARs, etc., etc. But let me tell you one more thing. If I do that, if I create one more, let me copy paste this. Copy, paste. This is rename. For example, pre-production now. Whatever dev will be replaced by pre. That's it. Now this will work for the pre-production, and pre-production will be 2, 2. That's it. Save it. Even now, if I want, I can use pre. I'll explain you one problem now. by doing this, what exactly happens is, if you not really arrange some special arrangement, what happens is, what we are doing, just changing the input values, and same main provide, what happened? Okay, that thing replace the capital letters, pre. Now it's okay. Storage account only is smaller case and numeric. Okay. So earlier I used dev.tfrs, now I am using pre.tfrs. If dev.tfrs been applied, now I am planning for the pre.tfrs, means it will try to rename all the resources. If I'm not doing any special arrangement, this is what overwritten will happen. Terraform understand you are doing same thing with the different values. To avoid that, what we need to do is, see, same thing, same place, same thing, different inputs, different things are being deployed. For that, what we do is Terraform workspace list. If you see, there will be default. In default location, we are deploying. That's why if you first use dev and later you're using pre, means pre will be, sorry, dev will be overwritten by pre values. So resources will be deleted and created. This is not our expectation. How it should be, each and every environment should deploy. For that, what we do is Terraform workspace new dev. There will be a workspace for dev. And there will be workspace for pre, and there will be workspace for prod. I will deploy that. Done. PRD done. Now list. I should see 3 different. Now I'm in prod workspace. Now I'm in prod workspace. Let me switch to the dev because I want to deploy dev. Terraform workspace. Terraform workspace. Select dev. I'm selecting dev. I'm going inside dev. Now I can perform dev related activities. Just like this. Plan dev. That's it. That's it. And Terraform apply, auto approve, Terraform apply.
Sir, we can keep n number of environments like this. Sir.
Up to you, maybe hundreds. There's no limitation. This is how in state file, try to understand. In state file, we separate state blobs. Let me show you how that will be. See, dev will be dev, prod will be prod, pre will be pre. And this is default. Whatever in the default we are able to see, right? This is what default. But default, we are not utilized. Only these things are we are using. This is how you can separate state files for each and every environment. env, env dev, env prod, env pre, right? Done. Now, if I want to do same thing for the pre, I'm not switching the container, sorry, I'm not switching the workspace, but I just want to show you pre TFRs. Let's see what happens. Oh, sorry. I just applied. I don't want to apply. I just pressed Control C. I don't want to apply. I'm not recognize the command. So this is a problem with the AutoPro, right? Yeah. No, it is going to change now. Oh, come on. See what happening? If I give with the same pre, it is trying to replace, because dev will be replaced by pre-prod. Dev will be replaced by pre-prod. Let me see if there is any changes happen to the dev or not. With the dev only, I'll just plan. But you understand, right? When you planning with the pre or prod or any other environment variable values, this is what the problem. It will simply recreate with the new values, because we just changing the new names. That's it.
Before planning and applying, we need to check the workspace context.
100%, 100%. I'll give you now. I'll give you the actual things. So what's happening? This is not acquiring. List. Dev is list is okay. What happening this much time? String list. Okay. No changes. Infrastructure matches the configuration, right? This is what real expectation we wanted, because I'm again trying with the dev.tfrs. Now, if I give same values, I just shown you, if I give same values for the with pre-production means what happens, it will simply overwrite the values. For that, what we need to do is, first we need to switch the workspace. Let us list the workspace, CLS, Terraform workspace list. Dev. We are in dev now. So Terraform workspace select pre. Done. Now you can plan with the pre. Plan pre. This is the order. Please do not miss any. If you miss any order, that will overwrite. But I'll give you the steps one by one. Nothing to worry. That's it. See, this is what new behavior. If I apply auto approve, apply, new resource group will be created for the new environment, new stuff will be created. Simple. This is the situation if environments placed in the one particular subscription. Generally, real time, we do have the separate environments in separate subscriptions, right? So let me show you here. We cover that also because we do have the another subscription. We make use of that. This is dev resources being created. This is pre resources being created. And for example, prod, we do have separate subscription. How we deal that, right? We do have separate subscription. How we deal that? Now, let me show you actual order. First, what we do is Terraform. You switch to the directory workspace app01. Terraform init is the first command. You will initialize the Terraform. Once you initialize the Terraform, you will select, for example, pre-production is done, dev is done. Now I want to do production. Then what I do first, Terraform workspace list. You'll see the workspace and you'll compare with this particular variable values. Let me create production here. PRD and that's it. Save it.
Sir, STA name also needs to change. Sir. STA name.
Yeah, good. PRD. That's what. Currently we are in pre. So because we are going to do in prod, we have to select it. Select PRD. Enter. Selected. Now, if I do this particular command, apply plan, whatever, with this PRD, what happens is it will change the state file remotely in the storage account, but not the subscription. Where we deploy whatever our context, right? AZ account show. Where our account resides, there it will be deployed. But this is belongs to dev, right? Are we allowed to do production in dev? No. For that, what we do is AZ account set -s prod sub 002. I think this is what my subscription is. Yeah, done. If you see AZ account show, now I'm in production. So first step will be you have to initialize. Second step will be you have to select your workspace. Third step will be make sure you're inside. Make sure you're inside required subscription or not. Next step will be Terraform plan. Now this is fine. Terraform plan for the production. What? error loading state, error receiving keys from the storage account, storage, resource group not found, group not found. No problem. No problem at all. What happens? Because that is in the storage account in the different subscription, right? Let me see how I given. There might be some property might be missed. Let me see how I prepared this particular provider. I just mentioned resource group, storage account, and I really not mentioned subscription ID. I need to mention subscription ID, then it will work fine. So while preparation itself, make sure you give wherever the storage accounts resides, give that subscription name. This storage account resides in this particular, where it is. I can't copy this. I don't know. Okay, copied. Paste it. That's what. Save it. Now do Terraform init. Backend configuration changed and detected, which may require my exit. Okay. Very simple. I'm not changed anything. I no need to migrate, right? It is considering that I move to different container. No, container, literally it's not migrated. Just use this reconfigure. That's it, easiest one. Done. Now list Terraform workspace. Now init is done, if you see, because we provided subscription. While preparation itself, do not forget to give the subscription ID of the storage account. Then it will work in any subscription. Yeah. We verified we are in prod. Otherwise, we select to the prod, and also we need to verify AZ account show. We should be in prod subscription. Yes, we are in. Then we apply Terraform plan prod TFVARs. Whatever the prod values, take that. Now acquisition is happening, right? State acquisition. Done. If I apply now,
Sir, if I want to move back to the pre-prod, then again I need to change the subscription, right? In provider.
yes. I'll show that. Yeah. It's the same steps. Whatever we followed for the production, it applies for the pre-production, development, or testing, anything. If something not clear, please ask me, not an issue. I think we have not changed the IP. Because this is different subscription, this is worked out. Otherwise, if it is same subscription, it will fail. Okay. This is what, for example, now this is fine. You want to do some modification in the dev and you want to do that. What you do is Terraform workspace list select dev. First thing, next AZ account show Definitely it will be in prod. Then AZ account set -s dev sub 001. What happened? Dev sub. Okay, maybe type. And now plan with dev. This is what the sequence. No changes. Infrastructure matches the configuration. Right? This is what expected behavior. Is it clear? This particular model?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope this is the case with all of you. Make sure if this is not clear, not a problem. See the video again and again, or ask me the questions again and again. Anything is fine.
Sir, in the initial, initially, in this class, so we are uploading the state file to the storage account, right? So we have
Yes.
created a container.
Yeah.
To that container, we have a upload the state file. So
We are
can you-
configuring the state file to the remote storage container. Yes.
Yes, sir. So can you please repeat that step, sir? So that
No problem. So what I did is I created a storage account and I created a container named as TF state. That's it. That's what I did initially, TF state. Then I copy pasted this particular state related configuration, the backend configuration from here to here. And I replaced where this storage group resides, that resource group name, storage account name, and container name. Container I created TF state, right? Same thing. I literally not changed anything. And storage account name is this. And storage account resource group is this. This is the resource group. Those things been configured. And key. What exactly key is? Your state name. What should be your state name, right? Is this. This because app01, because all this code related to application 01. That's why I mentioned app01 dot tf state. Dot Terraform state is must and should. Dot. This file should have the extension of dot tf state. That's one thing. And if you are working for the multiple subscriptions, not only one, then you have to include this property also, subscription ID, and bring the subscription ID of the storage account. Where storage account resides, copy paste that particular storage account. That's what we do. That's what we do.
So
Just yeah.
So it uploads the state file to this storage account.
Yeah, it's not upload. Upload is not a right word. We configured to store. Yeah, it will store the state file in remote storage account. Yes.
I think we couldn't see that the state file and state something in this code, so I was a bit confused. I mean, how?
No, even now.
Yeah, no, not now. So,
okay, it is clear now, right?
Yeah, it's clear now. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what. And if everyone clear, then we go to the next topic. Like next topic in the sense, same topic. I'll explain how we can make use of the. I want to show my code. How exactly we write. Let me open it. I hope no one having further doubts. And I'm opening my code. Just a moment. Just a moment, I'll bring that. So this is what one of the POC I did in my personal. So able to see, right, so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before we proceed to this particular model, I just want to explain one thing. That is, let me take notepad. Naming conventions. I promised I'll explain the naming conventions. So how generally naming convention will be followed. But this is an example. This is not universal. Each and every company follows their own naming convention. How naming convention, for example, some customers, if my customer is Airtel, and any service will start with ATL, and service location, whatever the service, for example, we are creating storage account, right? STA, storage account, and sorry, before to this, location will be there. West Europe, or if it is North Europe, NE, either WE or NE, based on the location. Airtel, West Europe, and this is which application belongs to. For example, this is belongs to RFGAN, RFZ, and now the service. What service this is? Storage account. We are going to create storage account 001. Try to understand. Simple enough. This is what. If we are this is storage account is okay. If we are creating virtual machines, ATL is common. West Europe is common because we will create in West Europe. And this belongs to Papyrus, for example, PAP and VM. And what operating system it belongs to? Win 01 or 001, right? This kind of naming conventions will be followed. If it is Linux, very much simple, Win will be replaced by LNX. Kind of. This is how naming convention for each and every resource will be followed. And one is that we want to create another Windows VM in Papyrus means very simple. Last one will be 2, 3, 4 like that. And if we are creating in RFGAN, again it comes to 1. It starts from 1 and PAP will be renamed by RFG. That's it. This VM belongs to Windows VM belongs to RFGAN. This is how, in simple, this is how naming conventions literally will be followed and will be created. And
Sir,
yeah,
sir, in this naming convention, production or pre-production environment is not included. So that is also included.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Papyrus, somewhere, yes. Environment also really important. Good point. So it will be application before to the application. Sorry, this is the application before to the application, which environment it is. Generally, some people also include subscription name. They create subscription with the environment names. For example, dev. For example, prod. If it is dev and prod, this is also one. Right? Name changed. Something like this. If it is virtual names, virtual machine names, there is a limitation of the characters. So you have to make sure the little name. So like this, whether it is a storage account, whether it is a virtual machine, Key Vault, anything, take any service in Microsoft Azure. If name consideration, this is what they will follow. They'll include customer name. Some people, they'll not include the customer name because this is for them only, right? In their environment. They literally ignore this particular 3 characters. They'll directly start from which location, what environment, what application, what is the resource, what type of the resource, and what is the number. This is what. Some people follows like this. Some people will mention customer name. Some people will mention the location. Some people will not mention the location, wherever it is application, right? So kind of things are there. So that's what I told. This is just an example. This is how we follow. And pattern will not change. Some people use some mix. Some people will, I'll tell you. For storage account, STA. Some people will use SA. Some people use ST. And some people for Key Vault, KVLT. Key Vault. Some people use KV. Some people KVT. It's up to their requirements. It's their internal. But pattern will be something like this, right? So 3 letters, 2 letters, they'll follow their own letter combination, and that's it. So this is what naming convention. Even for the naming convention, people will create a module and they will assign that. I'll show you that now. This is what Azure POC. We do have Matillion as an application. Here we do have a number of resources. There is a naming convention module. Just we discussed it. I'll explain thoroughly. And there is a VNet, there is a subnet, there is a storage account, there is a virtual machine, right? There is a virtual machine with required information, OS disk, image reference, and disk information, how many disks we want, etc., etc. This is what, and I'll explain you one by one. First, let's see naming module. In naming module, what we are doing is this customer following this naming conventions. Whenever we use format, there are 4 lights. If you remember, on the first day I explained you. There are 4 lights. Format, there are %d lights, comma 4. That means there are 4 lights. Now format %s hyphen %s hyphen %. S means string. Where there is first percentages will be replaced by this. Where dot customer name. I'm passing that from here. See, customer name is DM. DM is a customer name. First thing will be Control tab, why it is not going? I don't know, it's not going back. Okay, so this is the customer name and project name. Even this I'm passing to the module and application name. These three things I'm passing from here. Customer name, project name, application name. These three things I'm passing from here. And here I'm forming this also with the location. Whatever the location you mention, that location will be taken. I think we are not using the location here. That's why everything is commented. Location related is commented. If customer wanted the location, then how we deal is West Europe. If customer give West Europe, short name is WE, NE, EU, WU, CUS, something like this. We form the short names, and that short name also will be included with some additional percentages. And there are some short names of the resource. See, resource group, RG, storage account, SCA, virtual network, VNet, subnet, SN, virtual machine, VM, kind of. These are the short names. And finally, we are taking with the short name. Whatever the short name we are giving here. And one more thing you have to see, this is under resource names. This is a block starting from here and ending here. Resources. This is a variable, right? Sorry, this is a value. In this variable, we are storing all these values. And in output, what I'm doing here is output resource names, local dot resource names. Whatever the resource names is here is being sent as an output. Someone want to capture, they can capture. That's what. So this is the naming module. Preparation combination of strings and integers, etc., etc. Not only this combination, you can give your own combination, whatever you like. You can give your own combination, and you can introduce the this particular thing also. Location also. You can unhide. You can take the location, etc., etc. So this is what and how we are taking the input is real matter. Here module dot, for example, VNet name, module dot naming module is here. This is the module dot resource names. This is the resource names, output name, right? Resource names dot virtual network. This is the output resource names. This resource names having, there are a number of names. These are the resource names. Virtual network. This is taking this particular format. That's it. This is taking this particular format. So that's how names will be prepared automatically. We no need to give any name. VNet name, I'm not giving any name. It's forming based on the environment, based on the location, based on the customer name, project name, application name, etc., etc. Based on that, names are automatically defined. See, am I given any name here? No. I just used naming module where there is name resides, subnet name also forming there, and storage account name also forming there, and VM name also forming there. So these are the things I'm doing. Name is eliminated simply by naming module. One thing. And one more thing I want to explain, naming module and virtual machine related something. In virtual machine, right? In virtual machine, even in the subnet, it seems. Subnet, how many we are doing? Subnet, only one, leave it. Then we go to the virtual machine. Module, private endpoint is okay. Linux VM, yeah. For example, Linux VM. Name, length of disk info. Yeah. So here we have to create multiple disks. One virtual machine might have multiple disks. For that, okay, first let's understand the module Linux VM. This is have disk.tf, main.tf, nic.tf, network adapter.tf, and variables.tf. Everything, these are the empty, literally, right? There is not nothing, the default values. First, main.tf, I'm generating a random variable. This is the code to generate password, just for the password. Even the password, I should not, I think you remember while we are doing PowerShell, we generated random string and we given as a password and we stored in a key vault. Same thing here also. So here we are generating password. Length is 12 characters. Minimum special character is 1. Minimum numeric is 1. Special character should be enabled, should be there, and upper cases should be there. This is how we create. This is Terraform 1, random string. And this will give us a password. And random string is there, random password also there. So both ways there, two different resources. And now I'm creating virtual machine. Virtual machine name is format with format percentages, a string, %d, a numeric. String will be VM name. Whatever the VM name I'm passing from here, right? Whatever the VM name I'm passing from here. Where is it? VM name. This is the one. Whatever I'm passing from here. One thing you have to remember, I'm preparing still STA or VMLNX. I'm not giving the 001. To achieve that, what I'm exactly doing is integer is not given here. This is only string. If you see here, this particular naming module will have %SS only. There is no %d. There is no 001, 002, 003. That I will deal from here. I'll pass the information and Linux virtual machine here. This is what the string. Till LNX, VMLNX, it will be placed and %d. What I'm doing here, 1 plus VM offset. I'm giving another variable VM offset. What is VM offset then? Let us go. I'm passing VM offset equals to 1. VM offset equals to 1. VM offset I just used to give the integer numbers. The value I passed is VM offset is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. If I give VM offset 1, then the virtual machine integer number will be 2. If I give VM offset is 9, then virtual machine number is 10. So one number will be increased. Or if you don't like that, right? If you don't like that, just pass the VM offset 1 and delete this. That's it. Simply. Whatever you give, that will be placed here. Whatever you give, that will be placed here. It's up to you. And if you want number in 001, right? 001, etc., etc. You can mention 0 here. %d or %2d, 2 digits. It's up to you. So this is how we achieve naming convention, even the integers. This is done. And also network interface, I'm passing here all the details, whatever the details, required details, I'm passing here. And once virtual machine is getting created, what I'm doing is I'm updating this particular value to the key vault, Same applies here. A network interface will be created and that is applied to the virtual machine, and a public IP will be to the network adapter. But disk, I need to explain little more details. Why? Because this will handle multiple. This will handle multiple. Where there is multiple requirements, we deal with this particular counter for each or anything. So first, let us understand what we are passing from here. Disk info equals to, there are two different values we are passing. Disk 1, disk 2. Two different blocks. How we deal that? Two different blocks. Count is equals to length of disk info. How many values been passed from disk info, that many times it has to rotate. So here value is 2. It has to rotate 2 times. It has to create 2 resources. Count equals to 2. And name equals to percentage string data disk percentage D. VM name hyphen data disk 010203, something like that. That is what given here. So location, etc., etc. And to get the information, storage account type, lookup. Which variable needs to be lookup? Disk info. And the value of storage account type, create option, and disk size. Right? Where it is? Not here. I don't know. Here. Okay. Storage account type, create option, disk size, right? LUN caching. There are 5 different values we are passing in. That value will be taken like this. Lookup variable dot disk info of count dot index. Count dot index in the sense first time, first iteration. Second time, second one. First time it will be 0. Second time it will be 1. So if it is count dot index is 0, then this particular information will be pulled. When count dot index is 1, so this information will be pulled up because this is array. Array will start from 0. If the length is 2, 0 and 1 will be the values. Same thing. So storage account type, operation, disk size, etc. we are getting in. And this is okay. We are creating 2 different disks here. 2 different disks will be created. And we need to attach this to the virtual machine. Disk attachment. And here we are using LUN and caching. There are 2 different properties again. Same lookup var disk info and count dot index of LUN and caching. That's it. Attaching to the same virtual machine. Sorry, yeah, this one. Attaching to the same virtual machine. This is also rotate 2 different times. Count dot index. Is it clear or anything not clear? But it will take some time. It will take some time to go through at least. It's not like we learn in 10 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours. To reach here. If you're really able to follow since day 1, then this will be easy for you. This must be easy. If we are not comfortable with this, then we must require to revisit the content once more. Okay, that's it. And
Sir, could you please explain this attaching that disk?
No problem. Here we are creating 2 different disks. So far, so good, right? 2 disks are getting created. Then what needs to be happened? Creation is okay. We need to attach that to virtual machine. In Terraform, attachment also a resource. Creation is a resource. Attached to the specific virtual machine is also a resource. That's main point. And resource, Azure Arm Virtual Machine Data Disk Attachment is a resource type. And here, what we are doing is 2 disks are getting created. We also do 2 different rotations, right? 2 different attachments. For that, count is equals to length of var disk info. Same thing. Whatever we are doing here, same thing we are doing. Because 2 times it has to rotate again. Virtual machine ID is only 1 virtual machine. There won't be 2 virtual machines because 1 virtual machine we are attaching 2 different like D disk, E disk, something like that. Data disk. There are two data disks we are attaching to this particular single virtual machine. What is this virtual machine? Azure Arm virtual machine dot main dot id. If you go here, Azure Arm virtual machine dot main dot id to this particular virtual machine. I am attaching two different virtual machines with the properties. Manage disk ID. If you see manage disk ID equals to, this is the manage disk ID. We have to provide disk ID. Here two disks are generating. Out of that two disks, each and every disk will have its own ID. To get that, Azure Arm manage disk dot example. So far so good. And count dot index. Here there will be two different disks, and each disk how it will be separated is 0 and 1. With count dot index, you can differentiate these two disks. Count dot index dot id. First time it will be 0 and first disk will be come out, and second time this will be 1 and second disk will be come out. And we are giving same properties from the this particular disk info and attaching to the one virtual machine two disks. Still there is confusion? It will take some time for sure. I literally know that. It will take some time for you to adjust at least. Okay, so I will share this with anyway. I'll share this with you, and you can go through how we are creating the keyword, etc., how it is being managed here inside the particular this thing, and this is also all different workspaces are there, right? So I'll share this. So yeah, I think it's going to be 12. Okay, then tomorrow what we do is I will introduce the GitHub. We'll see GitHub, and we continue with the Azure DevOps introduction. So even DevOps is important. I mean, optional for us 100%, but some companies these days they're asking Azure DevOps. So we continue. Sorry, we learn Azure DevOps also. So that will take additional 2 different sessions. After that, monitoring. After that, there will be a session for the accessing on-premises virtual machine with private IP. That's it. 4 more hours are there from here. And finally, we'll have a session like how to crack the interview. So totally 5 hours from here. So yeah, that's what.
Sir, could you please share this content in GitHub so that we can?
I will share it tomorrow. I'll explain GitHub, right? I'll make that as public, and
Okay.
I'll share that.
Okay, thank you.
You can literally copy it. No need to send as zip, etc., etc. I'll give the GitHub location. You can directly clone to your repository. That will be permanent for you.
So we didn't receive any PDF, sir, after storage account.
After storage account. Fine, I'll share that with you, man, tomorrow. Problem with my end only. Most of the times, if I close this particular laptop, right, I'll open another laptop, and I'll open this laptop again tomorrow. I can't do in my official laptop these things, right? So yeah, due to time, I'm literally taking too much time. So fine. Tomorrow I'll share. First thing, please remind me. I literally give this to you. Whatever required PDFs, I'll give this to you. And code we can take in whatever PowerShell code. I think I need to give PowerShell code also. I remember that PowerShell and Terraform. I'll give in the repository. That's easy for you.
And the storage automation account, sir. So we need to clean up things. Automation account.
Automation account. I don't get you.
So we have. So we have created a pay-as-you-go. So we need.
Oh
to,
yeah. Are you able to do it now? If you have time, I can show you now. Is it fine? It will take another 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me go to the automation. Otherwise, I'll forget. Automation account. Runbook. Delete RG runbook and edit it. I'll explain and I'll give you. Because I do have two different subscriptions, I just mentioned this. For you, what you have to do is delete this, delete all this. Only one subscription you belongs to. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. How I can give this to you? I'll paste. Are you able to take that in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Save. Okay. I'm pasting it here. But please make sure you have to replace this particular subscription with your subscription ID. That's it, literally. And not only that. Not only that. Okay, let me paste it first. Meantime, you can copy. Chart. Where is chart? Yeah. I don't know. I'm unable to paste it in the chat. Maybe content is heavy. Yeah, it is pasting here, but not in the
I
chat.
guess chat is disabled.
No, it should not be. For me, there is no restrictions, right? I can type if you want. Hi. Yeah, that will reach you. But I'm unable to paste this content, big content. Okay. Let me file, save as. I'll save as txt. Automation.txt. You can copy from there. I'll save in the desktop. Let me take it from chat. File, computer. I sent. Please look. Is that the accurate one? Then I'll tell you how to prepare this thing. Once you copy it, let me know. I'll explain the script. Otherwise, it will not work for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Copied.
Yeah. First thing, please make sure you specify your subscription ID. Next thing, what you have to do is till here, nothing to worry. This is just doing the print. If you want to change, keep your subscription name. That's it. Apart from that, nothing. This is also where resource group do not delete. Yeah. And you have to create a resource group name with do not delete, right? A resource group name. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. A resource group with do not delete. Let me take another portal. I'll show you. Then please make sure same naming convention. Then it will be easy for you.
Oh, okay, sir.
Do not delete is a resource group. This is what your resource group. Under this resource group, you have to create a daily remove automation account. Under this daily remove automation account, there should be runbook called delete RG runbook. This is what the requirement. Rest everything, if you delete, remove, I don't mind. Only these three structures as it is. So I'll explain you what's happening here. First, it will get AZ resource where resource group name not equals to this. First, this will get all the resources which are outside the do not delete. So then and there, you are safe. All other resources will come, but not this particular. See, why we are asking the same naming convention and the format is automation account should not delete itself, isn't it? that itself should not delete by the same automation account. For that, please create a name with the do not delete, and it will ignore do not delete, and it will delete all other resource groups. Resource group delete force apart from do not delete. Here we are deleting all other resource groups. That is perfect. We are deleted, we are printing some data. And next thing is get AZ resource where name not like this. Daily remove automation account is an automation account. Do not delete RG runbook, etc., etc., etc. Whatever you want to literally ignore, you have to mention those names here. If it is a runbook name, automation account name / runbook name. Try to understand. Automation account name / keep it and remove AC resource force. That's it. This will remove all the resources apart from required resources. That's it. So if someone want to create this, you can share your screen. I'll help you initial configuration, not an issue. If you feel this is difficult, I'll set up for 1 person or 2 person, then you can easily. Again, we do have the same recording also. You can. Someone want to share the screen and do it right away?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen, sir.
Yeah, your screen.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So I'm creating an automation account.
Mm-hmm.
Name.
Copy paste the name from the script. You can copy paste. Yeah, daily remove automation account. Last but one line. Last but one line. Yeah, okay. That's one. Remove extra strings. Remove extra special characters from the before and after. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Do not delete. Perfect. Create it. That's it. Create it.
Sir, to have this resource group automation account, will it cost, sir?
No, nothing. Automation account is not cost. I mean, it will be if you run too much, right? So we never ever able to reach that much utilization. Some per month, some minutes are free. Per month, some 5 hours or something. We never ever reach that. Okay, so once that is created, you can, oh yeah, it is getting created. Okay, yeah, you can go to the automation account. Go to resource below. Refresh it. Refresh the page, it will come.
Got it.
And create one runbook inside it. Go to runbooks and create one. Yeah. Scroll right. Scroll. No, not that. Not that. First, we have to get the name right. So scroll right. Scroll right. Yeah. Get that name. Delete. Scroll right. Daily remove something we have, right? Scroll right. Yeah. Delete RG runbook. Copy that. Right. Yes, that one. Only that one. Delete RG runbook. That's it. Paste the name there. On the namespace, yeah. Runbook type PowerShell. Create it. Create it, not required. Now copy, meantime, copy the code. Control A, Control C. Paste it. Open the delete RG runbook and edit it and paste it. Can you give me the permission? Right, good. So here, what we are doing is, let me take additional duplicate. We need to get the subscription first. I think this must be in the same subscription, right? I'll get the Azure subscription ID. This is the subscription ID. Copy it and paste it here. Run as connection is fine, tenant, etc., etc. This is just to list, nothing. And what is your subscription name?
Azure subscription.
Sub 001. Just something. And do not delete. Do not delete. Sub 001. Yes. And main thing is here, whatever we mentioned not equals to so and so is literally whatever we are mentioning here will be preserved. Rest everything will be deleted. I think for you, what you needed is automation account and one particular runbook, that is this delete RG runbook. For example, tomorrow you want anything else, right? Anything else to be added, I'll tell you. That's it. That's what really needed for you. Only to and remove everything. Tomorrow you want anything means just copy from here to here. Copy it. Give a space and paste. Give that particular resource name. That's it. Give that particular resource name. That's what really needed. Tomorrow, if you want tomorrow. For now, this will only keep automation account and the runbook. That's it. Delete RG runbook and that's it. So completed. Let me save. We'll test it now. We'll see. We'll create other resources and we'll test it. And there should be another runbooks in this particular automation account, which is created default by default. We'll see whether that those are been deleting or not. Right? These three needs to be deleted. So if I run this, start. By default, permissions also will be acquired. If not, we'll give the permissions. So if someone also doing in the parallel, Please do it. If you face any issue, ask me and we'll share the screen. Task completed. Is that this much fast? Okay. Automation account. Refresh the page. No, it is not deleted. Let me see what happened. Add is not recognized. Oh yeah. You might not install the latest modules, right? For that, what you need to do is go to the automation account. And yeah, this is common for everyone because we are using latest module. Go to the module gallery, and first what we get is AZ account, az.account. Import. Once this is done, this is the prerequisite for all. Once this is done, we have to import resource, network, compute, whatnot, anything. Yeah, now it is available. Go to the browse gallery and AZ account we install AZ dot resource, AZ resource, enter it. Import, click OK. That will be imported, ignore that. And AZ network. It is not really required. AZ resource is enough for now, but we'll see in future if you want to do anything more about this one. This one is okay, and AZ network is fine. AZ storage, and once this is done, compute. If anything missed, you can do it later. And if you want to use keyboard, yeah, I'll install the keyboard. That's it. If anything missed, you can do it later. Same way. So this will take only resource, yeah, is imported. Now we can run it. Resource is only requirement here. Run book. Start this. Delete RG. Start this. If you give dollar error action is equals to stop, then it will fail. Status will be failed status. If any error comes, this will go to the failed status. Then you'll easily understand what failed, what not failed. It is able to list the resources. Resources. Network watcher is there. 2 different network watchers, and
So this network watcher is a default one. So that
no, that will what happened is by default that will be created if you create VNet. That's a free one. Free one. Completed removal.
task completed.
No errors as of now. Okay, good. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Those are deleted, right? If you go to even other runbooks being deleted,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and if we go to resource group, there won't be any other resource group apart from this. That's it.